Welcome to Tonia's Kitchen, where taste and nutrition go hand in hand. Here is Tonia King.
My guest today is one of the hottest chefs in the country right now, Chef Britt Rescigno, runner-up to this year's Food Network's Tournament of Champions. How are you today?
I'm great. How about you?
Great. How did you become such a fierce competitor?
Competition's like in my blood. I grew up playing sports, and this is the ultimate sport when I get to have my career and competition all come together as one. It's super fun.
I just love your whole energy and your whole passion for cooking. Have you been doing it a long time?
Since I was born, basically.
And what about working the grill so proficiently?
Oh, man. I mean, grilling is one of my favorite things. And as I say, it's always grilling season.
What is your preference for working the grill? Steaks, chops? What do you like to cook?
I mean, you name it, I'm putting it on the grill. Fruits, vegetables, grass-fed, grass-finished beef. Anything that's sustainably sourced, that's what I'm all about.
That is so important these days. That is for sure. Sometimes it's really difficult for people to grill steaks. I know for me, forget it. I mean, I love to cook, but there's no way that I am grilling meat because I destroy it. Now, I'm curious, do you marinate your steak first when you're doing steaks on the grill?
I really like to take my steaks and let them come to room temperature, and I love to season them ahead of time. And you don't really have to be intimidated when you're grilling. Pre really makes a great grass-finished and grass-fed steak that is consistent every time. So a recipe is always true to a recipe, whether you buy a steak today or in 3 weeks. You have the same product, and it's amazing.
Do you like using rubs? So when you're talking about seasoning, are you doing like a rub first?
So salt is like the most important thing, obviously. But have fun with it. You can always take some gochujang and some soy sauce and make a great Asian flair. And then you could also take, you want to spice up your taco night, take some coriander and some cumin and really rub down your steak before the grill, and it creates an awesome crust.
Well, what are some tips for how long a steak should cook?
With these awesome products that Pri is delivering, it's about an inch and a half thick. So I would say about 3 to 4 minutes on each side for a perfect medium rare is really the way to go. And don't forget, you want to make sure that you rest your steak about 5 minutes, so that way the juices can redistribute in the proteins.
So do you think it's important to use a digital thermometer to make sure that the meat is cooked properly?
Absolutely. The only true and tried way to make sure that your beef is cooked properly is to make sure that you use a digital thermometer to really get that internal temperature. And 125 degrees for a medium rare is absolutely perfect.
So what if somebody wants medium well? See, that whole thing, that is the thing that really amazes me, how a chef can get it right when somebody orders well done, medium well, rare. How do you know?
As a chef, it's all about the feel. The more steaks you cook, the more you really get that feel for it. So give it a little poke here and there, but you can always use your thermometer, and that's the real way to do it.
Boy, that's amazing. I'm curious, do you prefer charcoal over gas grills?
I really prefer live fire. So I like to cook over wood is my absolute favorite. You get that beautiful smoky, roasty, toasty flavor that I'm really looking for.
That's interesting because I know there's the whole thing of indirect and direct grilling methods, right?
Absolutely. For a really great steak or burgers, you want to be right over the direct heat. But something that you're going to braise is, where you're going to use that indirect heat a little bit more.
Do you prefer a certain cut of meat, Britt?
It's kind of funny. As a chef, I'm supposed to say, a New York strip or a ribeye, but I'm not going to lie. I really love a sirloin or a filet mignon.
No kidding.
Yeah, there's something about that rich, beefy flavor that I just absolutely love.
So why don't you share a recipe or two with us today?
Sure.
What are you cooking up this time of year?
Well, Pri has great grass-fed and grass-finished steaks, but they also have awesome 100% grass-fed and finished ground beef. So I love to take that and make like a little satay. And then, you put that on a skewer and grill it over the grill and serve that with a noodle salad, an Asian noodle salad, and some peanut dipping sauce. It's so yummy.
So how are you making your peanut dipping sauce? I'm just curious.
Sure. You take some awesome peanut butter, your favorite kind, whatever you like, some sesame oil, a little bit of soy sauce, maybe a touch of gochujang, but really your favorite seasonings, and blend it all up and have fun with it. You could change it every time to whatever your mood is.
That's what's so exciting. What about when you're cooking for a crowd, though? Isn't that even harder?
You when you're cooking for a crowd, it could be just the same as cooking for, two people. You just have to make sure that everything is set up for you ahead of time and do the work ahead. That way you can have fun on the grill because, the cool people are really on the grill.
That's true. Well, it's summertime. People are thinking about entertaining more outside, and all the grills are getting fired up. So it's a perfect time of year to learn more about how to do this correctly. So I know you talk about kebabs, right? And I've heard different people suggest different things, like cooking the meat on one, the vegetables on another. What is your preference in regards to doing kebabs on the grill?
I really love to cook my vegetables like par ahead of time for a kebab because that way, by the time your steak's cooked, your vegetables are perfectly cooked. There's nothing worse than having, a half-cooked mushroom on your steak kebabs or, the onion that's still very raw and just blew out your whole palate. Now you can't taste the awesome steak. But put them together. It's so much fun and it looks absolutely gorgeous.
It can be definitely challenging to try to get something to come out perfectly, right? For when you're entertaining. Because you've been doing competitions, how do you get your head in the right place before you even begin one of these things?
It's kind of funny. I have a tattoo of the Ratatouille moment. I don't know if you've seen that movie. So it's just all about creating that Ratatouille moment for me to bring you back to your grandmother's, kitchen and her serving you your favorite thing. That's that moment that I always want to recreate. So I always watch that scene before I go on to competitions.
Boy, I really admire you. Nothing stops you from just giving it your all. It must be a pretty exciting.
It's so much fun and really like the adrenaline rush is so much fun and really showing everyone, not just, people that come into the restaurant, like showing everyone that I have this huge passion for food and putting my heart on a plate every time and having people that I looked up to really get to have that. It's just, it's that crazy moment that I'm just like, pinch me. Is this real?
Tell me about your restaurant.
So I'm opening a restaurant in Sun Valley, Idaho called Fiamma. We are under construction right now. It's going to be live fire, Italian inspired.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
My goodness. Now, where can we go for more info?
So to find Pri's awesome grass-fed, grass-finished steaks, you can go to Amazon Fresh or Instacart. And for more information, go to eatpri.com.
Well, you sound like you're really cranking on the whole cooking scene and grilling scene, and I wish you lots of luck and success with your new restaurant.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, and thanks so much for spending some time with me today.
Absolutely.
All right, we're talking with Chef Britt Rescigno. All right, best of luck.
Thank you.
Visit our Facebook page and check out our new podcast for Tonia's Kitchen, wherever you get your podcasts from.